Hey, real quick, I want to share a technique called the decompression breath. This is something we give everyone that comes to our breathwork ceremonies, because the breathwork we do, this galactic breathing, is really intense, can bring up a lot of emotion. It stimulates the autonomic nervous system in the form of the sympathetic nervous system, where you get the fight, flight, freeze kind of intensity and DMT release and all kinds of cool stuff. And so I'd like to give everyone a tool to navigate that, to help slow everything down when it gets too intense. And that's the decompression breath, which is a big, deep inhale, long, slow exhale, all the way out through the mouth. So the longer the exhale, the better. The more it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest part of the autonomic nervous system. And so you can use this tool to basically calm the body, to release emotion. It's the equivalent of hugging a small child that's upset and crying, and you're just being that presence, being that breath, that soothing, relaxing parent. And so we can do that for our own child self, our own emotional expressions and feelings that come up, to just breathe and do that long, slow exhale to help let it go, help release and integrate. And same with like petting a dog or a horse that's upset. You have that nice calm breathing, slow exhales, just letting them know it's safe, it's okay. And so same with the body, using that breath. And when things are really intense, it takes a little while. It's just like a boat that's on the ocean cruising, especially like a tanker. When it's got that momentum, you can cut the engines, but it's still going to keep going. But if we just stay with that breath, stay with the long, slow exhales, making sure we're getting enough oxygen, long, slow exhales, everything starts to slow down. The mind starts to slow down. The world starts to slow down. And that's another thing I'd like to share is when we get on a train, I'm going to use an analogy about the mind and how the life works and how it may seem like everything's going fast and crazy around us, but it's actually us. So it's like getting on a train. When you get on the train, you know you're on a train and it starts moving and you feel that movement. And after a while, you get kind of used to the movement. You get used to seeing everything moving by, and you start to forget. It starts to feel like you're the one that's not moving and everything else is moving by really fast, like looking out that window on the train. And so when we slow down, when we go inside and we breathe, we focus on the breath, using that long, slow exhale to release, everything starts to slow down. And some emotion may come up, some thoughts start racing. We become more aware of what's going on around us. And then to keep breathing, to keep letting go and keep being that presence. And there's another thing called the balance breath. I made a video about that as well. It's something that therapists call 365 breathing. And that's just a balance breath in and out for 5 seconds. That's another really powerful breath. But I wanted to make sure everyone had this decompression breath tool. It's been so helpful for me. And again, it's just breathing in through the nose, filling the belly up into the chest, not raising the shoulders though. And a long, slow exhale, letting everything go, coming into presence. All right, have an awesome day. Aloha.